हाय एवरीवन, वेलकम टू गो क्लासेस। आज हमारे साथ हैं प्रियम गर्ग, who is currently studying in IISc Bangalore and who got all India rank 10 in the JEST exam. Priyam was Go Classes complete course enrolled student and we are very proud of him. So Priyam, thank you for joining us in this session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for calling me.
So Priyam, please introduce yourself, all your achievements and about yourself. Let us know.
Sure, sir. So, hello all. I am Priyam Garg. I'm currently pursuing PhD in ISc in Molecular Biophysics department. So, my area it spans neuroscience and artificial intelligence. I did my bachelor's in computer science from SRM University, Chennai in 22. I joined ISc in 24. In between, I was working as an analyst for a few months, and with that, I was also preparing for GATE and the alike exams. I gave JEST in 24, and with that, I got the interview opportunity in IISc. So from there, I got this PhD offer in the IISc, which I've joined uh, and I'm currently pursuing. It's an interdisciplinary program of brain and the artificial intelligence. So that's it.
So, Priyam, this exam, JEST exam, through which you got, admission into IISc Bangalore, actually many students they are not aware of it. So there is very less awareness about the JEST exam. So let me tell all the students, this is JEST. We have already made video about this exam, so you can find the link in the description. But in this session also, we will talk about the JEST exam and all the opportunities through the JEST exam. But you can check out the pinned comment where we have made a video about what is the JEST exam and what are the opportunities, what is the syllabus, everything you can find in the pinned comment. So Priyam, your gate exam did not go well as you would have wanted it to go. So
Yes, sir.
then still, actually, when the gate exam did not go well, many students they just get demotivated and they for few months they do not study anything like that. They waste their time. But you did not get demotivated. You went for the JEST exam and then you went to IISc Bangalore, which is the ultimate dream. So let us know about your gate rank, your gate. Briefly, you let us know about the gate journey, and then what made you, appear for the JEST exam. How did you get to know about the JEST exam? So please let us know about this sequence.
Yes, sir. So I gave GATE 23 first of all. I prepared for I got to know about uh, GATE and opportunities of MTech research in ISCs in around October 2022, and I applied at the same time and started preparing for it. I only had kind of 2.5 or 3 months, so I was not able to perform as well and get the seat in good IITs or ISC. So I again prepared for Gate 24, and this time I found that this is Go classes, and they are actually teaching you like in a very the manner that how you should learn things. You should not just rote learn things, but the most important thing is like the kind of love of learning, and that's something I needed always. So I enrolled the Go classes course, the full course, and started preparing. But I enrolled in around July. So before that, I was working on some project of mine because I main goal was to go for some research job. So after that, in July, I started my preparation of GATE 24. Uh, now, uh, I was not able to complete a lot of subjects uh, of GATE. So that was something uh, that was lacking on my part. And I feel that this is one of the reasons I was not able to perform good in GATE because I was at till the end of the time I was kind of completing all the subjects only. I was not able to give a lot of mocks. Even though in GATE 23 I understood that mocks were the most important things. Yet even knowing those things, I kind of delayed giving mocks. Uh, but it's not just giving mocks, but it's more about the analysis part. Like how deeply and how well are you analyzing those things? So I was not able to do much of that thing. So those things, and I was making so note taking was also kind of time taking, and I was making notes not just by watching the videos, but also keeping a lot of books of particular subject alongside and making notes in the uh, making digital notes like the markdown and latex. So it was time taking, but I felt that this kind of structured thinking I needed. So Gate might have been good if I would have started in the March itself. So I think these were some things, and of course, in the exam, I kind of lost the, uh, I kind of became stressed or anxiety hit me. So that's why this Gate didn't go well, and I got rank of around 4,444, and it was quite underwhelming that I really prepared uh, well, but so after that, I found that there is JEST exam and there are many more exams, but through JEST you can actually get the opportunity to get into IISc MTech research. That with that motivation, with that thing in mind, I went to go and prepare for JEST because I wanted MTech research only. I didn't want to go for MTech. So I prepare for JEST, and there's so in the JEST there is two things. One is objective part and one is subjective part. In the objective part, you get 25 questions, and in the subjective part, you get around 6 questions. You have to write the answers of that. I think only around 2 or 3 questions you have to choose from six, and you have to write the answer of that. Uh, Now ISC only takes the marks of objective part, not the subjective part. So in objective, there are 25 questions, and every question it had 3 marks, 3 plus 3 minus 1. And the questions, they are quite good. They are of GATE and TIFR level. And they mostly focus on this conceptual understanding things. So if you have really good conceptual understanding, so you might be able to solve those questions. So in whatever time I had, I think I had around 1 month. I what I did was I prepared my basics, my fundamentals of probability and some topics in discrete mathematics. I was so I did this thing of, so there are a lot of gate overflows, and I used to search those questions mostly of TIFR and good gate questions because most of the questions come of those level, and I used to write the answer in my own manner, like, so it kind of gave me this idea that how you approach things. Because there were a lot of questions to which answers were written, but I felt that the answers were written in the manner that they just wanted to find the answer. But there are certain questions that how you start approaching them, you don't know that. And that is kind of a frustration I had, that how you start approaching them. So I think I started writing answers on Flow with that motivation. And I think that helped me a lot in order to formulate this thinking, that how you think of new questions, how you approach those new kind of questions. And for approaching those questions, you really need to have good conceptual understanding. So all in all, it kind of uh, like helped me, like all those things, to maybe get good understanding in order to approach questions and in order to uh, solve them in a step by step manner which is needed. And I think that is something which helped me in the gist, in those objective part. Along with that, I was also preparing for the subjective part. What I did was I was mostly preparing graph theory in there. um, I was going through all the theorems of graph theory, whatever were there, and I was trying to prove it from my own perspective. I was not trying to look out for anything that is in the book, or that is a you taught, or anything in the online resource, but from the basics, whatever is there, how to prove it, how to write it. So I had a friend. We were doing it together. We were critiquing each other work, and that was quite helpful. It was time taking. It was really stressful, but that helped a lot because it helped me to know how to write proof. Uh, so that was quite helpful. So that those were the things which I did for the gist. Um, but it was not just how I was writing the answers, but it was also how while learning something, how you're learning that thing. right? Like while you're watching certain videos of maybe some combinatorics, it's not like you just have to write down those things, you just have to jot down things. You have to really understand why it is happening the way it is happening. So those kind of things, while learning in the first place, they also help a lot in order to formulate your thinking process. So I think it was more about that thinking process, and that stress of gate was not there, because in gate there was a lot of subjects, but in just there was some, but more conceptual and more deeper understanding was needed there. So uh, yeah, the way I prepared was bit different in gate and bit in jest. So I think that's the reason I was able to get good performance.
Before we talk about what is the JEST exam, what are the question paper, what is the pattern, so let's talk about the opportunities through the JEST exam, because students are not aware of the JEST exam. So can you let us know almost all the opportunities through the JEST exam that you are aware of, or you got the opportunity through the JEST exam? Like, I remember that you got opportunity for doing MSc in the CMI.
Yes, sir.
That offer you got from CMI Chennai Mathematical Institute. MSc offer Priyam got. Priyam also got offer from IISc Bangalore Neuro Brain and AI.
Yeah,
That
yes, sir.
PhD offer also you got. Also, in a separate exam, okay, these are the two opportunities: CMI Chennai Mathematical Institute MSc and IISc Bangalore PhD. These two offers Priyam got through the JEST exam, and there was another exam, that is PGW exam, reply to Hyderabad exam, which you cracked, and you got MS research offer. So admission offer for MS research you got from the PGW exam. So these
Great,
are
sir.
the two exams you cracked after the GATE exam was over. So actually, it is very, I can say, admirable thing. It is a really inspiring thing that after your GATE exam did not go so well, you still cracked two exams, JEST exam and PGW exam. You had three offers, admission offers from top colleges: Triple IT Hyderabad, Chennai Mathematical Institute, and IISc Bangalore. So let us know, is there any other opportunity I am missing through the JEST exam, or you can let us know about these opportunities through the JEST exam.
So yeah, I'll go from the basics, from like the opportunities that we have from JEST. So after cracking the JEST, you can apply to IISc, but IISc, as far as we know, that they have discontinued MTech research admissions from 2019. We have mailed them. They have told us, not in the explicit manner that they have discontinued, but it was quite evident that they have discontinued taking MTech research people. So they are only uh, taking in PhD people uh, through JEST exam. So in ISC, you get like when you apply through JEST, you get three options where you want to apply, three departments. So I applied for CSA, CDS, and this brain computation data science, this program which I am doing uh, PhD in. And after that, you get to apply in three labs. So in CSA, you get to in CSA you don't get options to apply for which lab. You just get the interview, and after that you have to choose. In CDS, I got a link in which I had to apply for three labs, and in that way you would be interviewed. In brain computation data science, there were six projects, out of which I had to choose three projects in a sequential manner, in a priority order, and in that manner they will interview you. So yeah, these are the opportunities of ISC. I'll go through the interview process afterwards if you need, but I'll just go through the opportunities first. Then you can apply with that rank, with just rank, to CMI. So you have to pay the fee of CMI. Like if uh, CMI, they have their own exam, so for that you have to pay the fee. So similarly, you have to pay the fee, and then you have to just give the just rank of yours in the CMI, and then they will mail you back, and they will give you the dates of interview, and you have to go to the Chennai, and they will do the interview process. But they will call you for the PhD in computer science. They will not call you for MSc computer science. However, if your interview it didn't go well, they will give you MSc computer science uh, offer. So yeah. from JEST, you will primarily get the opportunity for PhD only, but in CMI, in case it didn't go well, can get the opportunity of MSc Computer Science. And third is TIFR. So in TIFR, there are two campuses in Bangalore, ICTS and NCBS. They have this program called Physics of Life. So it's a multidisciplinary integrated PhD program. So in that you have like neuroscience, biology, mathematics, data science, everything you have to use in order to to find the solution of biology problems. So in this, I found that they were also taking the rank of JEST. Uh, I was not able to find that TIFR is taking JEST rank for computer science primarily or exclusively, uh, but only this physics of life program, they were taking this JEST rank. So these are three opportunities I was able to find. Yeah, there is a I got this mail from Nizer Bhubaneswar, if I'm not wrong. They also have this PhD program in computer science. So I think as far as I know, all the JEST aspirants who have cleared the JEST exam 24, they got this mail from Nizer to apply for Nizer computer science PhD programs. So yeah, I think these are the three or four opportunities that you can get. There are many more institutes in this which are participating in the JEST exam, but I think JEST is primarily for the physics exam. So most of those uh, institutes, they are taking physics people only, not the computer science people. So yeah, I think these are three or four opportunities that you can get from JEST.
So let me tell all the students that JEST exam, you can there is JEST exam for different areas. There is JEST exam for computer science, theoretical computer science. Okay, so this is called the JEST TCS, theoretical
Yes.
computer science. There is another JEST physics. Okay, so Priyam attempted just a theoretical computer science exam. He got all India rank 10. And we have already discussed the opportunities through the JEST exam. Already you can see that Priyam is studying in IISc Bangalore right now through the JEST exam. So Priyam, let's come back to the JEST exam and let us know what is when the application form will be out, when the exam will happen, what is the pattern of the exam, how many questions will be there, objective, subjective, and any negative marking, what is the level comparing to the gate exam. So please let us know about the JEST exam.
Right, sir. So I think usually it happens, usually JEST exam, it happens in late Feb or early March. But I think, I don't know for what, some reasons it is happening in April 6th or April 26th. I'm not sure for the date right now. So that, after the JEST exam, when you get your rank, you have to apply, for example, in the ISC portal. So I think there is this one thing in ISC portal that you can apply with your just ID, whatever the roll number you are having, and you can update the rank only once afterwards, after you get the JEST rank. I'm not fully sure about this thing because right now it is happening late, and by that time, I think ISC application closes or something. So I'm not sure how it is going to happen this time. Uh, Maybe IC or other institutes, they will uh, give some tell how it will happen, but I am not sure regarding that. So yeah, and in the JEST exam, as I already told, that there are two subjects, two areas. So in objective and subjective. So in the objective, you have 25 questions, and in that you get mostly DM questions, discrete mathematics, and POC, data design analysis and algorithms, and yeah, mostly the theoretical subjects of computer science you get there. And mostly the questions, I felt that there were these two questions, I think they were directly taken from the TIFR. Like the values and everything, none was changed. So yeah, if you have prepared those TIFR questions and you really know those because TIFR questions they get uh, they kind of give these conceptual questions, very the kind of fundamental questions, and those kind of questions they came in jest also. They were not quite straightforward, of course. Uh, yeah, there was number theory questions also in the jest. So now I before going for the exam, I saw this on Gate Overflow. I think someone else has written that if you are getting around 45 marks, and if you have done around 22 questions, you are safe to go. But it keeps changing every year because in our case, I got around 34 marks, and on 34 it was rank 10. So, and I think in 2021, I guess, I'm not sure, someone got 45 marks and rank 20. So it keeps depending every year, and you don't get any question paper online. There's no question paper of just. So you have to prepare. The only thing that you can do is you have to prepare very fun. You just have to brush up your fundamental skills in those subjects. uh, Rest you will be able to do. It's not that big, and you just have to try that you do the you do more right questions and less wrong questions. It happens that you feel like you are not able to do a lot of questions and you might not able to get marks, but I think it's something subjective and person to person it varies, that you just have to do mostly the take the right questions mostly, and if you are not sure about some questions you just leave it. So I think that might be good uh, in just. And for the subjective part they gave lot of number theory questions. So what they do is they give this theorem proving things there in the subjective part, and they gave around 1.5 hours, and you have to write the answers to two questions there. So it consisted of graph theory, uh, number theory, TOC, and design and analysis of algorithms. So from these areas, they gave the questions. Uh, the questions are really, really good level. Uh, I was for 1 hour, I was just looking what to start writing. So okay, the thing is that subjective part is only checked by the IMSc, I think Institute of Mathematical Sciences, Chennai. So they only if you are able to pass the objective part, then only your subjective part will be checked. And if you qualify that subjective part, then IMSc generates a list of students, aspirants, who have qualified the both the parts, and they call them for the interview. So IMSc is also it's a great institute. You can, but they only offer integrated PhD and PhD in maths, computer science, theoretical computer science, physics. So yeah, that's an institute. If you want to go for integrated PhD or PhD, that's a really good institute if you can get into it. So and I think JEST is also conducted by IMSc only. So yeah. Um, CMI also, they don't check the subjective part, they only check the objective part, the score that you get in objective part. The score is actually made out of objective part only, not the subjective part. So that's one thing. And yes, sir.
So, Priyam, what is the duration of the exam? Like, is it 3 hours for the objective plus subjective total?
Yes, sir. So you will be given, you first have to uh, so there are 25 questions, and per question, I think you'll get 3 minutes. So around 75 minutes you will get for the subjective objective part, and then you will be given the sheets, and I think 5 minutes break maybe, and then you have to do the subjective part, and the total duration is I think 3 hours. So yeah.
The objective questions will be online computer or there will be sheet?
Yes, they will be online, and you have to do them first. After 75 or 80 minutes, it will be shut down. You cannot do that, and you just have to do the subjective part.
Okay,
So you,
for that they will give you a sheet and you have to write
yes,
your answers.
right, sir. So, yeah, actually, the questions uh, they were on the computer screen only, but you were not able to access the objective questions. So it was locked. Uh, Although, if you just want to go for the ISc, CMI, they only want the objective part score, you can actually leave afterwards, after giving your objective questions thing.
Okay, if your target is only CMI, IISc, if these are
ISc.
your target, then you can leave after attempting the objective paper. So that's like after almost 80 minutes you can leave.
Yes, sir.
And if your target is IMSc, Institute of Mathematical Sciences, then in that case you have to appear for the objective as well as subjective exam. So that will be total 3 hours.
Right, sir.
Okay, so sounds like very interesting exam. This JEST exam. I
It
personally have
is.
never, I personally have never appeared for it, but I know it. I know about JEST exam since 2018. One of my junior whose interview I have taken, that interview
Yes.
also you can find in the description in the pinned comment. You can find the interview. One of my junior, he got into IISc MTech research in the computer science department, in the CS department, MTech research. At that time, MTech research admissions were also taken through the
Yes.
JEST exam, but they have now discontinued, as you said that they have discontinued admissions in MTech research through the JEST
Right.
exam.
Right.
Okay, so but
I have actually seen his video. I mean, that was really helpful. The things that he had,
Utkarsh is the
yes,
name.
Utkarsh,
Yes.
his video, and he also had written things on Gate Overflow. I think some questions and some blog regarding Jest. So those were really helpful. And with that, he has also given certain links to other Jest aspirants who has given much more deeper insights. So yeah, I think if you can find that blog online and his videos, that would be really good and quite helpful.
We will put that in the pinned comment. So please check out the pinned comment. You will find the interview of Utkarsh. He got MTech Research ISc admission in 2019 through the JEST exam. You can find his interview, the blog that Priyam is talking about. Okay. And also what is the JEST exam, what is the syllabus, all these things, the video you can find in the pinned comment. So this is really interesting exam. And this year, let me tell you that this year JEST exam will be conducted in the month of April. The application form are still not out, so you still have opportunity. And please share with all the students whose gate exam did not go well. So you can share this opportunity with, you can share the word of the JEST exam with those students so that they can fill the application form and they can also join the top colleges through the JEST exam. So Priyam, do you remember any question from the subjective questions? There were 6 questions and out of them 2 questions you need to do. Any particular question do you remember? Just one question will be enough.
Mm, no, so they were really long questions, and mostly they were using uh, Fibonacci series mostly in the number theory questions to do a proof theorem. Uh, I don't remember exactly the questions, but I must have, after coming from the test exam, I must have written some of the question somewhere. I if I'm able to find, I'll share that with you. Uh,
Definitely.
yeah,
Yeah. So if you find it, you can share with us. And if you share with us, then we will put the link in the pinned comment also in the description. We will share it with the students. Okay.
sure, sir.
So yeah, Priyam, so let's come to the interview part. So you appeared for the IISc Bangalore interview and you appeared in the computer science department interview also, CDS interview also,
CSA, CDS, and BCD.
CS. In
Right.
3 departments, 3 interviews you appeared
Yes.
for. So let us know about your experience of the interview.
Uh, so first it was the my brain computation data science, the program I'm in right now. The first interview was that. So in that they were mostly asking some basic questions in algebra and probability, and now they wanted people who have some idea in differential equations and reinforcement learning, machine learning, and then they were also talking about what research project I did. So mostly in every interview, wherever I gave, mostly we talked about the research project I did in my bachelor's. Uh, because since it was regarding research and PhD, they were mostly interested in those research projects. Uh, but in the PCD, uh, they didn't ask very, very heavy things from the linear algebra or probability. Um, so it just went, it was mostly regarding uh, research project and different aspects they wanted to know that do I know and how do I think in reinforcement learning or so yeah, but there is one thing that when you get this uh, when you're applying for the IISc portal, they give this thing that you have to write what you know, what you have done, what skills you have, kind of things, and you really have to be smart, or you have to be rigorous, like vigilant what you're writing. I just wrote reinforcement learning because I just did some videos on that. I didn't have very good idea, and they caught it and they wanted to me to explain it, what all it is. I told them I don't really have good idea, yet they asked me questions from it 15 like for like 15 minutes. I had to explain them for like basics to I don't know what advanced level they were asking. So whatever you're writing there, be sure you really know that thing, because that could affect your performance and the result of the interview. Um, so that is one thing. And then I went for the CSA interview. There I prepared for vector spaces in linear algebra, and in probability I just prepared the whole probability part. Uh, so they asked that what you came prepared with. So I told them I came prepared with this. So they started asking the linear algebra and all those questions. They wanted to know that how, like, fundamentally what is the level of my understanding. So they were asking those kind of questions only. It was basic, but uh, the, you have to write on the board all those things. And so it was nothing different kind of question, nothing much, but they really wanted to know if I know the fundamentals or not. So linear algebra part, it went good, but in the probability, they were asking really good questions, and I was not able to solve one of them. It took me like around I just got blank for like 10 minutes, and that interview went horrible. So I was not able to get the CSA. Uh, I was not able to get the CSA offer. But afterwards, for the CDS, I prepared those things, all those things well. I prepared the same thing, linear algebra and probability. Uh, but they they always start with the research project. If you have written that you have done some research project, they always start with that. Or if some bachelor's project you have done, they always start with that. And I think eventually they come to those linear algebra and those things. So they started with that research project, and so like for like 30 minutes we were talking only about that research project. So they haven't asked anything regarding linear algebra or probability. So afterwards, I was able to get the offers from CDS and this brain computation data science program. So I think it was mostly because of the projects I have done, and of course, the things that the way I've been able to explain the linear algebra and all those things. And uh, Sachin sir lectures, they were really helpful in those things, because how you formulate those thinking, he really taught that well. But with that, I also went through the Gilbert Strang videos and David C. Lay book of linear algebra, and
Yes.
there were MIT course lectures on probability. So those were really helpful uh, in those. So that happened in IISc. In CMI, so I went to CMI interview, and there were like a panel of like 11 people, 11 professors were there. They were sitting in the whole room, and they started questioning me. Like I prepared. graph theory, uh, algorithms, and combinatorics. I told them I prepared this thing because usually what happens is you tell them what you prepared and they ask questions. But there was nothing like that in CMI, or at least there was nothing online that uh, like that told ki, okay, you just prepare these kind of things, you tell them and they will ask. What happened there was they asked what you prepared, and then they asked the questions from subjects which I didn't prepare. So they were asking questions from DOC, they were asking from uh, different digital logic also. But they were like basic questions only. They just wanted to know how well I can connect, how well I can explain things. It was nothing very difficult, very big, or very deep questions. They were basic questions only. But then they also started talking on the research project I did. So there also, I think it was uh, mostly that project only. They didn't ask anything regarding linear algebra, probability, or anything, but uh, it was basic only. It just sometimes you get stressed when you see a lot of professors and everyone is asking some things. Someone is asking some different questions. Someone is. It just you have to maintain your uh, composure there and just don't stress it out or don't get an anxiety. So I think if you are okay with that, interview will be easy. So that happened there. Uh, I applied in the TIFR, but they didn't reply with anything. Actually, I applied for the TIFR. So I gave the TIFR exam. I was able to clear that exam for the Physics of Life program. So my application was already underway. And then afterwards, I got the JEST rank and I gave them that rank 10 thing. But they didn't revert it back or anything. They didn't replied that, okay, we'll forward it or something. So I'm not sure they are really taking that rank, JEST rank thing or not. But so, yeah, those were the interview process from JEST.
So Priyam, really, actually, I'm finding really this JEST exam really exciting exam. Students are not aware about this exam, this opportunity. So many top colleges are basically for PhD, particularly for PhD. If anyone is interested in doing PhD from IISc Bangalore in computer science department, CDS department, or your brain and computing department, so that is really, I think, very, I can say, great opportunity without the GATE exam.
Yes, sir.
So after the GATE exam, actually, students they prepare either for Triple IIT Hyderabad PGW exam or ISI exam or BARC exam. So there are these institutes, for BITS exam. So these are the exams for which students prepare. But really, no one is even thinking about the JEST exam. No one is even knowing about the JEST exam. And when I'm listening to you, the experience and the opportunities and the interview experience, that is really fantastic. And I hope that this video reaches many students so that after the GATE exam, at least they will have something, still there will be a way to go to IISc Bangalore.
Right, sir. Right.
So anything else you want to add related to just exam, anything that you wanted to share?
No, so there is nothing much. It just like you really have to know your concepts. That's the only main thing I found that was really helpful. And but just knowing concepts are also not enough. It's just first of all knowing concepts and then knowing how to build on the top of those concepts in order to achieve your objective or like finding the solution. So I think those two things. Second thing, I think it might be able to you might be able to do it when you are giving a lot of mocks something because then you get a lot of varied type of questions. But first thing, which is conceptual one, I think you really have to uh, try for different resources sometimes and really uh, read in between the lines that what is going on, why it is happening the way it is happening. So I think these two things you have to really work on it, and then I think just might not be that difficult.
Thank you, Priyam, for sharing your experience about the JEST exam and the opportunities, the interview experience in CMI, IISc Bangalore, and different departments of IISc Bangalore. So, definitely, this interview is going to be very helpful for the students who are going to apply for the JEST exam or whose gate exam did not go well. So, this interview is really going to be very helpful. And I want to share with all the students that Priyam is actually known as Euler. I think that is
Yeah.
your Telegram
Not
username,
not
Euler.
Euler, not Euler,
Yeah,
something.
yes, yes. So dot, not
Not,
Euler.
yeah,
Okay,
no.
Euler or Euler. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is your username on the Telegram. Many friends actually know you about, with that name, and Priyam has also shared his handwritten notes, and we have uploaded them in the Go Classes course. So in the when you go to the Go Classes course, then toppers handwritten notes, there you can find the Euler notes. Those Euler notes are by the Priyam Garg. So, Priyam, thank you for sharing your experience, your journey, and I hope
Thank you,
this
sir.
will be really helpful for the students. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for calling me.